You're about to see 10 different portraits taken with 10 different lenses. The film or the sensor, that's merely our canvas. It's the lenses that are our paintbrushes. It's the lenses that give us our unique look in our portraits. My name's Paul Reed. Welcome to the channel. Anybody that's a member of my YouTube channel will already know that I've been going through all of my lenses and gear to see what do I like, what do I not like, why have I got these bits of kit, what do I need to get rid of. So this all came about because I took some portraits of Mark Fernley. Mark Fernley is a fantastic fine art street photographer, and he challenged me to take his portrait using his camera and his lens rather than my own. I took these portraits with Mark's Fuji X-T5 and it was a 50mm equivalent 1.4 lens. It's one of the more expensive lenses. It's a modern lens that, you know, the results are fantastic. They kind of remind me of like a Sin City sort of vibe, and I love the portraits. And it did get me thinking. Look, it helped the fact that it was within a relaxed environment. Me and Mark were just having a few drinks, and that challenge came whilst we were out there, and we had, you know, a lot of fun with those shots. But what was apparent was how easy it was to use that Fuji X-T5. The focusing was just bang on all of the time, and I could concentrate on just composition and the connection, really. So that kind of got me thinking. I went out a couple of days later in Glasgow, and I thought, right, do you know what? I'm going to go out with my Leica SL and I'm going to use autofocus, because a lot of the times I'm doing portraits, I'm maybe doing it on my M240 using manual focus. So I thought, you know, I'm going to go out, and I haven't got many autofocus lenses for my Leica SL, but I went out with this TT Artisan's 75mm f2 lens, and I really enjoyed that. And actually this lens is really sharp, maybe not too sharp. For me it's just right for, you know, these sorts of portraits, especially portraits of these guys, you know, where I'm not really wanting to try and soften their features or anything like that. But shooting 75mm f2, you know, it does give a great look, and it was important really for that particular shoot. But when I got back after doing those portraits, I started to think about all of my lenses that I've got. What am I going to use? What am I not going to use? What is the purpose of all these lenses? So I've got 10 lenses that I'm going to go through, and this isn't going to be as long as you think, this video, but I'm going to be showing you portraits, and then I'm going to show you what lens that were captured on, and then we're going to talk about that. So the first lens I used is a lens that I really love, which is the LMount Aurora. It's a 35mm 1.4 lens, and you know, this lens, yes, it is sharp, but it does give, you know, a little bit of character. It's not like perfect. So I really do love this lens, and I shot these photographs of Khadija in the kitchen. I kind of wanted this one to be almost like an environmental portrait, but you can see also with 35mm at 1.4, as you get close to the subject, that you can still, you know, have great separation between subject and background. And you'll find that with any 35mm lens, you know, like even f2. The next lens that I used was the Nikon 105mm 2.5 lens. I don't think this is the AI version, which I believe is possibly sharper, but looking at these images you can see that this lens is extremely sharp. Most of the photos that I've taken today are all going to be shot wide open. So like if you were buying this lens now, you're going to spend less than £100 on this lens, and let me tell you that this is a fantastic lens and it's sharp. The next lens that I used is really my only expensive lens that I own, and this is the Leica 35mm Summilux 1.4 FLE. I think this was the first version of that lens. Now, you know, yeah, this is probably worth maybe about £3,000, something like that. And it's just a great all-round lens. So it's a lens that you could just put on the camera and then not have it like as for specifically for a shoot. You could just go and you could shoot anything with this lens. The next lens that I used was the Nikon 55mm 1.2 lens. This is the opposite of what that 35mm 1.4 Leica lens would do. It does give a dreamy look. They are pretty soft, and I would say that this would be specifically used for that reason. You can pick this lens up for maybe about £100, if that. Don't forget, my new book Monochrome Portrait Volume 2 is available for pre-order now, so get on and get that. There's only 500 copies of it. They're all signed and numbered, and I really appreciate it as it really supports this channel as well as me. The other book that I've got, which is the Monochrome Madness Handbook, this is like my best seller, and this has got absolutely loads on portrait and loads on street photography and conceptual work, everything in monochrome. Loads to learn in that book. Back to telephoto lenses again, and on this portrait I used 135mm 2.8 Nikon lens. And look, we'll talk about it now. I mean, these portraits are great. It's just, you know, amazing background separation and such a good lens. Sharp. If you want to do a really close-up head and shoulders shot and you want to really blow that background out and get really sharp images, then this lens you could pick up again for less than £100. You could probably pick this up for like £50, something like that. So it just goes to show that you can get, you know, a really great sharp telephoto lens that's going to really throw the backgrounds out for not a lot of money. This was shot with a 50mm 1.8 lens. Now this, it's only a 50 quid lens pretty much this, but it's sharp. It's a great lens. These were shot wide open for such an old lens, and to be able to pick this up for £50 is unbelievable. This next one was taken just outside our house with the TT Artisan's 50mm 1.4 aspherical lens. Now this is definitely a great lens. It's nice and sharp, but then also it does feel a little bit vintage as well. So this is a fantastic lens, maybe less than £300 brand new for this lens. So, but it is definitely a fantastic lens. It is sharp and it does give a specific look, as you can see by those photos. This lens has to be one of my favorites. That's why it's still on my SL here. This is a 75mm 1.25 7 Artisan's lens. What a lens! I mean, look at these images. These are shot almost like directly into the sun, and it's just got a beautiful, it is vintage, but it is also very sharp compared to the price of, like, say, a Noctilux 75mm. This just is an absolute steal. Another Nikon lens that you just can't go wrong with is this 35mm f2 lens. And this lens, to me, you know, it's not a million miles away from that Leica lens that's worth £3,500. This is definitely sharp enough, and it's, you know, the resolution on it is fantastic. But again, you know, so it'd be perfect for those environmental portraits, but then as you go closer, then it does start to throw the backgrounds, you know, out of focus in a great way. So this is a great lens, and this, again, I think you can pick this up for about £50. Perfect for adapting to any mirrorless camera. The final lens that I'm going to show you is the Leica 50mm Summicron. I think this is type 3. I know that this lens is worth less than £1,000, which, you know, for a Leica lens isn't a lot. But look at these photos. and look at that character to this lens. It's got great sharpness to it, but this real incredible character, this vintage feel. I'm going to put up all of the available workshop dates at the end of this video. Fantastic workshops in lots of different places. We've got London, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Paris, New York. So get yourself booked on one of my workshops because I'd love to see you there. Thank you everybody for watching. As always, if you've not subscribed to this channel, then subscribe, give it a thumbs up, press on that alarm bell. That's probably the most important thing, and that way that my videos go right in front of you. You'll be notified whenever I put another video on. Thanks so much to Khadija for posing for all of those photos. And look, her challenge was that she had to find 10 outfits within a very short space of time. Khadija, she's very into sustainable fashion and gets all of her clothes from thrift stores, so that was her challenge, to get 10 outfits that she's thrifted. And you know, she did an absolutely fantastic job. Always a pleasure to photograph, and we had so much fun. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you next time.